Hi, good evening. Not sure who I have with me tonight, but I am making slow cooker easy chili. Hey Sharon. So I've got already going this recipe. I shared the recipe above the video as well. And I also, guys that I'm partying with tonight, Sharon, Amanda, Dawn, and Karen, the recipe was also posted in your event pages earlier today. So I'm actually cutting it in half. I'm going to make half the amount because I'm really only making this for my husband and I. But I have both Rockroks out. The one I'm using is the everyday, and that's 2.5 quarts. Kind of have the heat on to get the temperature going. So just to show you, I got some oil in here. So to show you the dimension of that. So this is the everyday, and it's 2.5 quarts. And then this is the Dutch oven one. And this one is 4 quarts, perfect for soups, stews, and chilies. And I wanted to leave this clean instead of doing the full recipe, so I could do my, even though it's Friday, I'm still going to do my corned beef in this one, in the slow cooker for Friday. So I'm going to prepare this chili recipe, and I'm going to do about just half the recipe. So first things first is I got to get the onion going. So how did everybody manage with the storm yesterday, right? It was crazy up here. I think here in Point Pleasant we're getting more snow tonight than we got yesterday. A bunch of snow squalls coming through. Let me turn this off because my oil's starting to smoke. Let me get cooking here. I got to cut this onion. I need half of an onion. It calls for 1 medium, so I need half of this. And let's get this cooking. And then I'll come over and do a little more chatting. I feel bad you can't see my face over here. Let me move this a little bit. Get a better angle. That's a little better, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I'm using the chef's knife from the Forge Cutlery collection. This has to be like my favorite knife. And it is all one piece of steel, a German dense steel. The handle, like I said, the handle and the knife part, they're all the same piece. It's got a nice weight to it. It's nice and comfortable to use. And generally when you hold a knife, you kind of want to hold it like this with your finger up here. This is how you can really control your knife when you're using it, other than the back of the handle. That's how you can, you risk cutting yourself because you can kind of lose control of your knife. You can really control it better by holding it this way. So I just want to quarter this and get this chopped up nice and fine. So I'm going to show you the manual, actually no, that's the food chopper, not the manual food processor. That's what I'm going with tonight, the manual food chopper. That's what I'm doing. So let me move over here onto this cutting board, and let me show you how this comes apart. It comes apart really easily. So you got these 3 components there, and then this butterfly is open for cleaning. This sticks in the top rack of your dishwasher, and then you got 2 prongs on one side. See that? 2 prongs on one side and one on the other, so you can match it up with the holes here and put it back together. So that's one piece. Make sure that goes in. There we go. Goes in. Do not do this. Do not do this. See the blades like kind of stick out a little bit? They are very sharp. They will cut you. Take your collar, and that just twists on, and then your protective cover goes right on for storage, just like so. And what you could do, also just so you know, if anybody has this food chopper already at home and perhaps this collar piece is cracked or something happened to any other components to your food chopper, they are available as replacement parts. I turned it off. They are available as replacement parts, so just so you're aware. I like to, sometimes when I just have to do a little bit, I'll just plop it into the food chopper like that and put the cover on. and then chop right inside the tool so I'm not dirtying my cutting board. And then, so for example, this is a good way to chop up a few nuts if you needed nuts for a recipe or for the top of your salad, right? And then you would have this little cup here now that you have this protective cover on the bottom, and just throw that right into the recipe. But you can also go ahead and chop right on the cutting board, like so. So let me just bring this up to the camera a little bit so you can get a better view of the onion there. So you can really control how finely or coarsely you chop up your onion. I like it a little bit more chopped than this, so I'm going to take this food chopper and really get out some frustration. It really makes a nice stress tool. But it's great for any root vegetable, carrots, celery. Looking for a scraper here. There we go. Anything like that. I also use it for nuts, and it tends to be good for normal people too. Like I said, a good stress releaser. So get all our onions in here. We got to get our onions cooking up. I'm going to turn my flame back on now that I got my food cooking ready to go into the pan. So we're going to get our onions cooked up. We want to get them a little translucent before I add any other ingredients to this. So how's everyone doing tonight? Good? Everyone good? Hey, Tara Sanborn, I see that you're on here. How are you? Get the flame going. Let's see. So let me tell you a little bit more about the Rockroks now. The Rockroks, we've got all kinds of sizes and shapes now in this collection, and they can withstand heat up to 752 degrees. Therefore, this makes this a cooking vessel that can go anywhere. So you can use this on the stovetop like I'm doing tonight, in the slow cooker that we have, which I'll get that out shortly and show you what that is. So the Dutch oven and the everyday one that I'm using over here fit into the slow cooker. So you could also use these in the oven, the broiler. Cleanup is even easier because it's all dishwasher safe. And again, that mark of 752 degrees that these can handle, they're also safe to use out on the barbecue. So in the summertime, you can make your baked beans out on the barbecue in this. And they're also microwave safe too. There's a lot of great microwave recipes we have with the Rockroks as well. So there's a sister Rockrok, which is just 2 quarts in size to this. Then we've got a really jumbo big daddy one called the Rockrok XL, and that's 8 quarts in size. And then my favorite pizza stone, we've got that Rockrok grill stone, a flat stone for your grill. And I love making, using that as like a flat top on my grill in the summertime, frying up eggs and bacon and cooking outside that way. It's kind of a fun thing to do. So I saw my buddy Heather there mention something about the lava cake. So let me tell you about this wonderful, wonderful lava cake that you can make in that Rockrok in the microwave in about, I don't know, 12 minutes. It's just 3 ingredients. So you take Devil's Food cake mix, can of soda, you could use Diet Coke, regular Coke, mix those 2 ingredients together. You can mix them right into the Rockrok, and you can do this recipe in either the Dutch oven or the everyday size one. And you mix that up so you get the soda and the cake mix well incorporated together, and then create your batter with those 2 ingredients. And then you take creamy chocolate frosting. Do not get the whipped. Make that note. No whipped frosting. It has to be the creamy frosting, right? You get that, and then you take that whole container and you just dollop it on top of the batter, and you cook that up in the microwave in about 12 minutes. And that frosting falls to the bottom, and you get this ooey gooey lava deliciousness with this chocolate cake. It is so, so yummy. My throat's getting a little dry. I gotta find my water bottle. There we go, got my water bottle. I didn't infuse it though. These things are great. You can infuse your water, flavor them to any flavor that you like. Okay, so let me get out my slow cooker. I forgot to grab that out of the cabinet before I hit start there. So this is brand new, this piece here. This is our slow cooker for the Rockroks. This just came out March 1st. And if you already own one of these Rockroks, you can pick this up tonight for 60 bucks. Anyone who's part of my parties, the links again are above this video for each of the parties that you may be invited to. But if you're not invited to one of those parties, you can pick a host and help out one of my host friends. So this is, again, this is 60 bucks at full price. But this is something you could also get at half price or even free with host rewards if you want to host your own party, like we're doing here tonight. I would be happy to cook for you and your friends online. And of course, I'd be happy to come over your house too if you live close. So that's our Rockrok and slow cooker. Let's get these onions a little more translucent. Okay, just until softened. I think they're softened enough. So, guys, this is one of my favorite features about our Rockrok and slow cooker companions, is because the Rockrok is so versatile. This is what I feel makes it better than your average crock pot, because this pan that I'm using, this recipe requires you to cook the vegetables up a little bit and the meat before it goes into the slow cooker all day. So I'm using the same insert that's going to be slow cooking all day. So that's what I love about this, which you can't do with the regular crock pot. You'd have to dirty another pan and do this ahead of time. So I'm adding my ground beef, and look, I've got this special tool that I'm going to pull out. This, a lot of you probably have this, but all in black. Our mix and chop, isn't she pretty in gray and pink? And this is going to be our Help Whip cancer product that is available for purchase in May for our cancer campaign, which $1 will be donated for every mix and chop all of us consultants sell. $1 will be donated to American Cancer Society for breast cancer research and awareness programs. But check this out. Can you see what I'm doing with this? Yeah, I think you got a good angle. So, because of this 5-star tip, it really breaks up your ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey really awesomely. And you could even do sausage with this. And this is sturdy enough where I actually use this to make my mashed potatoes with. So again, guys that are just joining us right now, I'm making a slow cooker quick chili. So I'm just getting my onions sauteed and browning up my beef. Getting it ready for the slow cooker and using our everyday Rockrok from Pampered Chef. So there we have it. So here's what the mix and chop will look like in May. If you were to purchase one of these tonight, this is what yours would look like. It comes in all black, like this. And see that 5-star tip? This is what chops and dices everything up. Yeah, Heather, you're right. It's totally not just for meat. You could even, I use this like if I'm making a homemade tomato sauce, like gravy or something like that, I'll use this to mash up the tomatoes. And instead of getting my hands all dirty in mixing up a meatloaf, I'll mix it up with this. This thing is really handy. So that's the mix and chop. And again, it comes out in this awesome pink and gray color in May. good. So now the next thing I need to add to this is actually no, I'm dividing this recipe in half. So I'm just going to add actually 1 giant clove of garlic instead of all 3. That would have been really potent with 3 garlics when I'm cutting this recipe in half. So check this out. I need to take another sip of water. Okay, here's what happens. See this garlic clove? It still has the skin on it. This is what I love about our garlic press. It has a really awesome size well. So you just take your clove of garlic and you insert it right into the well. You do not need to peel it first. That's the beauty of this garlic press. So you just put the whole thing in. Now watch. Check this out. You see all the meat and all the juice. I have a sneeze coming. Oh, whew, there it is. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so check that out. So all the meat and the juice goes right into the recipe. And then the skin, see, look, the skin is left behind inside the well there. See that? So you just take a knife. It actually comes with a gray cleaning tool. Look, there you go. See that? And here's the skin left behind. So we got all the meat and the garlic juice all right into this meat mixture. We got to get this browned up. And then okay. So now what's next? The meat's got to cook up just a little bit more. We don't want it to be pink at all. And then I'm just going to add some spices to this. And some tomato paste. So I'm going to show you our herb freezer trays. Aren't these cool? I'll show you how cool they are. You get them in a set of 2. And they change the color of them. They're a very lighter green color now. So if you buy them tonight or off of one of these parties that I'm doing, you will get them in a lighter color. So I had used tomato paste for another recipe a while ago, and I had leftover because a lot of the recipes call for not the whole 4 or 6 ounce can or whatever that is. So I just put them all, the leftovers, right into these freezer trays. Look, see, they're silicone, so they're nice and flexible. So each hole here, I think it's a tablespoon, and I need 2.5 tablespoons for this recipe, so I really only need 1 of these, 1.5 really. So you just pop it out, look. So once they freeze, you can pop these all out and stick them in a freezer Ziploc bag or a freezer container and keep them in your freezer. Simple as that. So that way you can freeze this up to use for something else. So other things that you can do with this is you can create yummy desserts like yogurt and fresh fruit, and then also freeze your herbs, of course, because they're herb freezer trays. Tammy says, I think there's a side conversation going on. That's cool. You're making friends. Awesome. I think that's what you got going on. So you're telling me you're Italian and there's lots of garlic in your house, right? Because you were telling me I probably should have used just more than 1 clove, I think. I think that's where you were going with that, right, Tammy? You're probably right. Okay, so we've got our tomato paste in there, and then I need So this recipe calls for unsweetened cocoa, which I think is going to give it an interesting flavor. So So I need about 1 1/8, cutting this in half. And then I need a little bit of salt and pepper. I like to keep my kosher salt in like a little salt jug like that. Where's my pepper mill? Pepper mill's back here. Here we go. A little fresh ground pepper. Turn the flame off because our meat is pretty much done. And now I just need to add the rest of these ingredients. So I need, one cumin. I just need a teaspoon of cumin. And I'm going to do an extra dash for good luck. Just a little pinch. There we go. Cocoa powder. And then chili powder. Need 2 tablespoons of chili powder. And tomato paste. A cup of beef broth is going to go in here. Easy read measuring cups. Love, love, love these. You just put them down on the counter and you pour. No more bending over bacon. Love, love, love these. And then I need a little bit of fire roasted diced tomatoes. Fire roasted. And chili beans in a mild chili sauce is what I need. So the next product I want to show you is our can opener. Love this can opener. It produces a nice even edge on both the lid and the can. Let me move this knife out of the way too. Okay, so here's how it works. Is it attaches to the can by the side like so. Not like this, but like this. So, do I have anybody out there who already has this can opener, loves it? Kim is asking, what size is the pan I'm using and how much is it? Okay, so the pan I'm using is the everyday Rockrok. And that pan is 2.5 quarts, and I have to look up the price for you, unless somebody else on here happens to know what that is. Let's see. So the everyday Rockrok at full price is $119, and all of our Rockroks too, they come with a 5-year guarantee on them as well. So the pan I'm using, again, it's the everyday. It's 2.5 quarts, and back here is our Dutch oven. And this is double the size. This one's 4 quarts. So this one's really perfect for soups, stews, and chilies. I did cut this recipe in half so I could use the everyday pan tonight because I'm going to use that other one tomorrow for my corned beef. So the can opener, again, you attach it to the top and then you turn. Once you turn to the right, you're going to feel it get tight. So give me some likes out there who's got this can opener already and loves it. Maybe some hearts. So you turn it to the right, it's nice and tight, you go all the way around, it turns very easily, doesn't even quite feel like it's working. I'm not quite sure where to stop, and then you turn it to the left to loosen it and it just comes right off the can. Now it doesn't even look like it worked, right? But trust me, it did. So I want to point out, there is a button also on the side, and this one's an old one. My old dog got to it, so it's a little beat up. But I have to keep it because we don't have our dog anymore. But it has a button on the side, and this button triggers this lip over here. This little, let me see, can I show you this way? There you go. So when you press this button, it pushes this, and you want to hold the button down over the lip of the lid with that lip of the can opener here, watch. And then you pull Well, let me do it down here. You pull, and then the lid, look, the lid just comes right off. You got a nice smooth edge around here and a smooth edge around the can and the lid, so no sharp edges. Don't have to worry about slicing your finger. And we're going to add, I don't need this whole entire can. I'm going to use this. I only need about 8 ounces of it. But what the heck, it only leaves me with this much. Can you see in there? There's not much left in the can. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use it all. Why not, right? It's Pampered Chef, not Perfect Chef. I say that all the time. So we mix that in. And then we just need our beans. And our beans, same thing, again, with the top of the lid. Turn to the right, you'll feel it get tight. So again, you want to attach your can opener this way, not this way. And every product comes with use and care instructions too, but if you're unsure how to use something, you can always message me. Odds are, I probably got a video for you to watch too, to see how it works. So you turn to the right, then you turn to the left, it comes right off the can, and you attach the beak here to the lip of the can, press that button down, and hold the button down, and then pull off. And again, I just need, now this can's a little bigger. Yeah, I only need half of this can. I don't want to overflow my, a little bit more. There we go. I don't want to overflow my Rockrok here when it's cooking, so if I have room to put the rest of that can in, I think I will, because I love beans in my chili. Alright, so let me just go over my list and make sure I've got everything in here. Onions, garlic, meat, chili powder, cocoa powder, cumin, salt, pepper, tomato paste, broth. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so all of the ingredients are in there. So now what I'm going to do with this is tomorrow morning I'm going to set my slow cooker. So let me pull that back over here, show you again. I'm going to set my slow cooker to low, and then that's just going to cook all day for about 8 hours. Put it in. Yeah, you think so, Karen? I think you're right. I think you're right, Karen. I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to dump it all in, because there really isn't much left. Good call, Karen. I like it. I like it. Perfect. That is plenty of chili for 2. So, again, tomorrow morning I'm going to set it into my slow cooker, and I'm going to show you, let me move some of this stuff out of the way, and show you what it looks like in the slow cooker, so you can see that as well. So let me just make some space over here. Excuse me. Sorry guys, let me just take a few seconds and do this, just so you can see. So you can see, we can get that going. Okay, so here's the slow cooker. And just so you can see what it looks like with the Dutch oven in it. So here's the Dutch oven in the slow cooker. So that again is our, I kept saying 4 quarts. Yeah, 4 quarts. It tells you on the bottom what the sizes are. And then make sure this isn't too hot to touch. So then we got our everyday, and then you can see how it's not as tall in here. So I'm just going to cover this with the lid. So tomorrow I'm going to set it on low. So there's the lid. I'm going to set it on low. It's going to cook for about 8 hours on low. And I'm going to share another tip with you with slow cooking. This goes for regular crock pots as well. Do not lift, while it's cooking, do not lift the lid up to peek inside to see what's going on. Every time you lift that lid up, you're adding another 15 minutes to your cooking time. So you don't want to do that. So just let it do its thing. This is another feature with the Rockroks. They do have this glass lid so you can see inside what's going on. You don't necessarily need to lift the lid up. So there you have it. Our slow cooker. It's actually called Slow Cooker Easy Chili. So those of you that are part of the parties that I got going on tonight, place your orders. All the parties are open for another week, and I'm going to do a wrap-up next Wednesday night, again at 8 o'clock, and share another recipe with you. Probably do a quick dessert, something like that, yeah. So then I can snack when we're all done. So next Wednesday, for those of you on the parties I got going on with Karen, Dawn, Amanda, and Sharon, will be definitely cooking again next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And I'll show you a quick, easy, maybe healthy recipe dessert for dessert. I want to thank everyone for coming and joining tonight. The links again are above this video, as well as the recipe that I made tonight is also above there. Anyone has any questions that I may have missed during this demonstration, I'm going to go back through the comments and see if there's anything I missed, answer any questions you guys may have. And I'm so excited that you guys were all here tonight with me. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you really like all the products in the catalog, think about booking your own show. This is a fun way to get free and discounted Pampered Chef products and still party with your friends and not have to clean the house. So have a great evening, everyone, and thank you. See you soon.